And we're live. All right, what up? What up? How's everybody doing? This is a little bit different than our usual podcast antics, a little bit different than our usual. If you're in the Discord, our trivia nights or our Zoom calls, kind of got like a small group here to do, I guess, like sort of an episode of Rockin' and Coppin as we would normally do within the podcast. But I'm here with Gregatron, Haas, T Yeezy, and AJ. What's good, fellas? How you guys doing?
What up,
What's going on?
people? What's up, Nick?
Going on?
Gang.
How's everybody doing? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
It is Friday.
Ready
Oh.
for a Saturday here. I'm ready
Absolutely,
for a Saturday,
brother. Yes, yes, indeed.
So I think before we start with getting into what we've been rocking, what we've been copping lately, I'm gonna let you talk about it, Greg, because this was a great idea, right? The Theme Thursday thing kind of popped off in the Discord this last few weeks when we started.
Absolutely. So I got to give props to Chris. Chris goes in the Discord. Kind of came up with this idea. He just kind of shot it out there in one of the channels. I don't remember which. And we kind of talked about it back and forth about doing a theme, maybe like every day. Like, today is Ankle Protection Thursday, which I would love. But we decided to dial it down to one day a week. And essentially, Monday through Wednesday, we just reached out to the community, asked for suggestions on what people want this upcoming Thursday theme to be. We vote on it. And whatever wins, we just rock whatever the theme for that Thursday is. This week, yesterday, we did Ugliest Shoe in your collection, and we got some real gems in there for sure. I got mine ready to show off here once we get into what we wore, but that's been a lot of fun. And the first week we did the shoe that got you into shoes, and that one was really, really cool, man. Everybody shared their personal stories with the shoe that made them fall in love with sneakers in the first place, and it was just super duper cool to see. And people really brought out some awesome sneakers for that. So it's a fun new feature we've been doing in the Discord. It's been a really good time.
Yeah, there was some good stories too. I think that's always one of my favorite parts. And this kind of hits on Haas's has a podcast about your first pair of kicks and like what got you into sneakers too. I think like obviously you should go check out his podcast and listen to the stories that he's had on, the guests that he's had on. But it was interesting to see all these people. Honestly, like we've been doing this Discord thing for what, a year or two now, right? Going on 2 years now. Mm-hmm. And I got to see and read stories from, that I hadn't heard yet, which was really cool. Cause it's like, we all know each other, but we don't really know like those kind of things. And it worked out really well, in my opinion.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't able to share my sneaker that got me into the game because it's a couple of them, but I've killed them. So I can't, and I've been trying to get them back, but one of them is a pair of khaki SBs, which got me into like the legit game, right? Like this is where I was like, okay, I need to know what I'm getting. And then I recently tried to get a pair again because I want them back, and they skyrocketed. So I was never able to get another pair. So I'm still on the hunt. I was gonna settle for the Noters when they came out, the No Trays or whatever you want to call them, because they're similar, but they don't have that tonal pattern and the mixing of the suede with the leather on there that the khakis do. As you can tell, I love that shoe, but that I was like, all right, I could settle. This is like the redheaded stepchild of the khaki SB, and they'll say Notre on there, and like I was like, I'm good. And then I struck out. I remember just logging in and being like so disappointed because it felt like I was trying to get a pair of khaki SBs again. But yeah, shout out to State Park of Tampa for selling me them for regular price, and I didn't even have to like worry about it. So
nice, man. Hey, so you got to plug the podcast. What tell us a little bit about it, and then tell us maybe the most surprising first pair that you've heard.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I host a podcast called My First Kicks, where we ask everybody, what's that first pair of sneakers you absolutely needed to have? It's kind of a through line conversation where we talk to people of all ilk, right? About that first pair that really just like you needed to have. And then we just talk about their sneaker history, like pun intended, but also just like what got them into the game and what continued them on it or what got them out of it. Because we've had somebody who wasn't into that. Like he wasn't into. Shout out to Travis. He wasn't into the whole game that it is now, but he really enjoyed sneakers. And so I was just like, oh, let's talk about like what is good, what is good to you. And so like the most interesting, I want to say, well, there's a couple pairs that I think like stood out because there are variations of the podcast that we did. Like the first episode, one of the first episodes, we had somebody waiting on the line, and online somebody got stabbed, and they for a pair of fragments, Jordans, and they were just like, don't make any noises, like chill, because we don't want to break up the line and then not be able to get a pair of fragment ones. So that was a crazy story. But then the first pair, I think that struck me. A lot of people like to start off with the Jordan 5s, I want to say. Metallic 5s, where a couple of them were there. And then I want to say like the most interesting pair, I feel like everybody has started off with something interesting, and then we had. Do you guys remember the? It's like the shoes with the gack in it. They had like one. They had a pair with like slime in it,
like the Nickelodeon.
Yeah, but it was a pair of Converses. Yeah. Everybody listen to my episode with Chris Chaney. He talks about those shoes, and I forgot the name of them. They're called like the
React Juice.
No. There were Converses, but they were like called like the FX or something like that. I'll look them up when I get a chance. But they literally had slime in it, and then the box was like it was like metal. So like it looked like fake metal on it. And there's a kid's shoe. You could only get them as a kid. And that
sounds dope. I gotta look those up.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
And but then also we had a returning guest come on to talk about how much they love the Mars yards. So like we talk about everything. Like the through line is the sneakers, right? Like we can start any conversation. Like you can go up to anybody where you're friends with and be like, yo, what's that first pair you like absolutely needed to have? Because everybody has that moment.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy too, because nowadays, you know, like I don't even know, like I think like the perception is that people don't have those moments, right? Like they don't have, like for some reason, like, you know, the older you get, the more the less you understand about like the new things, right? To your point about like how the game has evolved. But at the same time, like, look, you know, we're just 6 dudes spread across the country talking about sneakers because of sneakers. But like, we've been talking about all sorts of stuff that wasn't even sneakers before we started.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know, and I think that's still the most like important thing about it for me. It's like, it's not even, you know, not to be like cheesy, but it's not about the shoes, right? It's like, it's always about like connecting with people and meeting people. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
100% agree.
For sure.
Dalton, what's good? How you doing,
Dalton,
man?
how was your nap?
Sorry about the delay. I didn't sleep well last night, and yeah, I guess I was more tired than I thought. I'm here now, though. So
that's
all
what happens
good.
when you're
Welcome.
looking up MLB and NFL Reebok team shoes till 4 a.m.
Yeah, and then working.
Those are abysmal, by the way. So
that's a slippery slope that I've been down many times, though, to be honest. So
yeah. The sneakers are most definitely a wormhole.
Oh yeah, big time.
I mean, speaking of, what up, Mario, in the chat? I saw, you know, he posted posted those like 49ers shoes from a thrift store that he found, you know. But
I must have missed that.
Those are
cool.
They're up on the Sneaker History Instagram, but it's like the old school like 90s NFL shoes, right? Which, you know, it's just all it was so different back then, you know, like nowadays, if you got like a other than like the Nike branded stuff, right? If you got an NFL, like, you know, what collab shoe, right? You would basically think that it's going to be like a performance oriented, like basically like an ID, right? Or a Nike by you, kind of version. But back then, like, I mean, we talked about it on the car side of things in the Discord a while back, right? Like all these like weird kind of models that like brands went full on, like, let's just go make like this like super complicated sneaker based on, some trainer or some like old school basketball shoe. Where nowadays, I feel like the easiest thing is to be like, cool, we'll just throw a 49ers logo on a pair of Jordan 1s and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, exactly. No more Japanese bubble era sneakers for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But so I'm just going to transition that into what I rock today, which I will wear tomorrow and probably the next day because it's 49er related. And I haven't really been, watching football since all the Colin Kaepernick shit. But anyway, this is my
baby.
my
Okay.
pick for latest Rockin. I forget when these came out, but Air Trainer 1 got the little shovel on the back.
Oh.
Interestingly, you won't be able to see it on camera, but there's like a gold brick in there too.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
see it.
yeah.
You
You
can
see it?
No 49er branding, but we all know where this one came from.
It's obviously
It's definitely a 49er fan that put this colorway
those are
together.
awesome.
But so who else wants to share something they were rocking lately?
I'll go next. I've been home for the past 2 weeks with COVID, and I decided I'm just gonna wear a different pair of questions every day. So I just took out 2 pairs. Classic pearlized toe, pearlized navy, super sweet.
Beautiful.
Love this colorway. 2016 release. These are coming back this year, so probably gonna double up. Love these. And then I got the 2013 Packer 4-player use only LeBron questions, which have seen better days.
Oh yeah.
Like these are getting a little cooked, but
Those they still look great, man.
overall, like this was such a nuts collab when it came out. Like you're taking 2 Nike athletes and putting it on a Reebok sneaker. Like what was going through Nike's head when this happened? How did this even get approved? This is crazy to me. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
they were
that's about it.
Fire.
It's a good
I
time.
mean, that's actually a really good point though, because if you think about it, so that shoe was based on a sample that was made for LeBron when he was playing, right?
When he was in high school, yeah.
Yeah.
But Nike could have definitely tried to like shut that down if they wanted to, because if you remember, Nike made the 96 draft, the Air Flight 96s in Iverson colors with Iverson's number on them, and all the retailers pulled it because Reebok was like, we can't make something based off of Iverson, even though it didn't say Allen Iverson on it. It had the number, his jersey number 3 on the heel. Yeah, it was a really interesting. I'll see if I can pull it up real quick, but it was.
Yeah,
I need a visual of those. Yeah, I need a visual of those.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Somebody go next, and I'll pull it up.
All right, I got some stuff here. So today, I rocked the Poison Green AirTag Challenge 2. Absolutely love this shoe. I've still not ever been able to track down the hot lavas in my size for whatever reason, a size 12. And this shoe goes for 3 times the resale price of any other size. I still don't understand that to this day. And it's frustrating. And every single time they drop, I miss. But more exciting for this week's Scene Thursday, we did our ugliest pair of sneakers. And I brought out the ISPA Drift Gators, which is not a pretty shoe by any stretch of the imagination, but I absolutely love it. And I don't know, it's fascinating. So if you're not familiar,
I didn't know this until you talked about it on one of the calls.
This weird pouch in the back here hides a shroud that will go up about half of your leg, and you can, when you Velcro it together here, you can kind of pin it to the toe, and it covers the majority of the shoe. But the design
Does it come with
was.
instructions?
It actually
Yeah, I think that does.
it actually
have
does
Oh,
have
it's inside? Oh my God.
on the inside. Yeah,
That's awesome.
which is incredible. But I'm a bike commuter to work, and I have been for like the last decade. And this shoe is specifically designed for bike commuters. The idea is that instead of having to put on your rain pants every day, you just pull this shroud out, put it up over your shin, and you don't get that splashback off of your cog. And they're actually really, really nice shoes to ride in. It has a pretty stiff outsole, which you're looking for if you're pedaling. And they're surprisingly comfy to walk around in also. But there's no way I could call this a pretty shoe. But I love it. It's an actual spaceship, and I'm here for it. But this is my pick for Theme Thursday Ugliest Shoe. And that's what I've been rocking the last couple of days.
That shoe only works if you have skinny legs, because my pair, that shroud don't fit, bro.
No.
That is way too tight. My calves are too big for that shroud, man. I tried it once. I said, hell no.
You got to modify it, dude. Just add an extra.
Add some layers.
You just gotta go.
Right?
You gotta go up to the calf, and that's it.
Yeah, there you
Not
go.
even, bro. Don't even go.
It's not made for the
right
musky
above
boy
my
thighs
ankle.
or
Nah, man.
calves.
Nah,
And
man.
anybody curious, it was pouring rain on Thursday, and I did rock them with the shrouds up on my bike ride to work. So I wore them proper.
I mean, I feel like
As you should.
I feel like half of Portland should probably own those shoes, because
It's
Portland,
true.
there's so many bike commuters and it's always raining.
You know what? I'll be honest. It works like 70% well. You're still getting pretty soaked if that's the only rain gear that you got on for the day.
Have you seen other people wearing them in Portland?
I've never seen anybody else wear them other than AJ, who's on the call right now. Yeah. I think I might be the sole owner of a pair of these in the entire city of Portland, or at least the only person brave enough to rock them in public. That might be the case. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know that existed though. So like whoever, they just didn't market that well enough for people to understand like what that was all about. Cause
Yeah.
I just thought like, oh, it's like, I forget the shoe, but what was the Presto that had like the tent looking thing on it, right? It was like a
Oh,
collab.
Presto
recently.
tent.
No? Yeah.
Yeah.
Presto tent.
But like there was like a, I don't know, CDG or something, right? That was like super fancy. And like,
Yeah.
I just don't see, I don't see anybody actually wearing those shoes. They were on clearance at what's that place called? Dover Street in LA when we were still living down there.
I mean, that's the case with these now. Like,
Yeah, retail price on those was like
retail was
200 plus.
It was $200, and you can get these for well under $100 now, like free anywhere you would find them. Yeah.
They're
I
worth
feel
it
like
now. I
people
wouldn't
need-
pay retail though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
No, retail game, no way, no way.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for anybody who paid retail.
Facts,
And
dude.
you're like, I gotta have these, yo. These are gonna sell out. It's a Nike thing, you know how these people do, and then you go and you're just sitting there. You're just like, you just pass by the store, and you're just like, you guys have my size still? Oh man,
Yeah. But you know what?
Down the line.
In 10 years, I'm still gonna have this pair. I'm gonna pull these out, and people are gonna be mind fucked because they don't remember this shit, and nobody kept them, right?
True.
Yeah.
I mean, in 10 years, maybe all the shoes will start looking like that because of
They're just way ahead of their time. You're right. Yeah.
That's how all the ISPA stuff. It's so futuristic and so ahead of its time. It's so good.
Love it
And
all. Love it.
yeah, that's like the one flop, or probably not the only flop, but that's probably been the biggest flop of ISPA so far in terms of like retail performance.
I would say that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
And I
Don't
love
forget
all that
about the
weird
split toe
stuff.
version either.
So good.
The
Yeah.
what?
The split toe version of these that doesn't have the shroud going up. I forget what they're called. I think it's just
It's
ISPA
another
Gators. I don't think it's the Drifter.
I think it's Gators. Yeah, I think you're right, AJ. Yeah, that sounds right.
All
I
right,
should
so
track down a pair of those too.
I'm going to back this conversation up just a touch and show you guys this. This was the Iverson getting.
Oh,
the
yeah, I
Zoom
remember
Play
these
96
now.
canceled.
Right.
So
I don't remember those getting
I mean,
canceled. I remember that
I
shoe.
I guess that's the
Crazy.
only photo that they have. But
Oh wow. Yeah,
here, let's see if we can find one real quick.
Somebody has to have them.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean they definitely made their way to eBay and places, but it's interesting, right? Because like the only thing that would even tie this to Allen Iverson is the 3 on the back,
Yeah.
which I don't understand. Nike's usually cutthroat about this kind of thing. So why would they, like, would they really give in to like having, let's say, Reebok or Iverson himself, like saying like, no, don't do this?
Do you think another reason for it was because the number 1 draft pick question released around this time that is basically this exact same colorway, like the all blue suede upper, red accents, 3 on the back, or
Good
actually no, it does
question.
have the 1 on the back, but
Yeah, but was that, when was that?
I mean, it could be fair
that
game.
was 2013, 2014, so
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
it
maybe
was
that's
around
what it
that
was.
time. It could have been. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, that's crazy, man.
I think there was another
Wow.
pair. I think there was another pair along with these that was based on somebody else in the '96 draft too, but I can't remember that one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's one of the like nuanced things that I really love about sneakers is when there's just like this weird stuff that like nobody cares about and nobody remembers. Like to your point, Greg, 5
Yeah.
years from now, 10 years from now, like there's gonna be like 18 people,
Who still
that
have a
actually
pair of those,
remember the
right?
shoe.
Yeah.
Right?
and
The rest
2
of
of them
them,
are all tall.
Yeah.
the rest of them cut that thing off and zipped it up and like we're like, nah, I'm cool. I'll just wear it
I'm
like
good.
this, and they just beat them up. So
Right.
I can't wait for when we're in the Nike Talk metaverse and everybody's like, "Yo, you remember those expos, the shroud and stuff?" I guess I can go next.
all right.
I mean, these are kind of my everyday shoes, so the Bacon's, baby.
Gotta love them. Gotta love them.
Nice.
I have 2 pairs. These are a grail, so I had to get 2 pairs. Put the pink laces on them immediately.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I used to hang out at Dave's Quality Meats, so I had to have these once they re-release. And then I was wearing those, and these are my ugly / my when it snows shoes. Columbia 11s,
Oh damn.
Nice.
because I'm not a fan of 11s, so I consider them an ugly shoe.
I'm with you.
Don't-
Not a fan of 11s. I would never call them ugly, though. They got their place. They got their place.
Not in my heart.
Fair enough. Fair
They
enough.
definitely have become harder and harder to wear, like the longer they've been around, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, but I feel the same way about like foam posits, right? I know everybody's been talking about foam posits in the Discord lately because they're coming back out, or hopefully they're going to drop them this year. And like I'm just not a fan of the shoe. I would love to have a pair of Royals just to be like, this was cool, part of history. Like, the only time I ever wore foam posits that I owned was when I was in New York and it was snowing. It was just like, cool. I don't want to wear boots, but these are as close as I can get, Sorry, AJ. I know that's
Listen, man, that's the intended use. My army camos, how many times I wore those in the snow, I can't even count anymore.
When you come to
I
New
wore
York,
in the worst weather.
when you come to New York and somebody meets you at the gate and it goes, "You got foam posits?" No, here's a pair of eggplants. There you go. And then you walk in. Welcome to New York. They're like, "Welcome to New York." Here you go.
I need to make a trip to New York, sounds like.
Eggplants or cough drops, take your pick.
Yeah.
Man, that first release of the eggplants was wild. I don't know if you guys were like really into it at that time, but like that was one of the first like kind of crazy releases in terms of me working in sneakers, where like it was like talked about for like months, like ahead of time, afterwards, restocks. It was just nonstop about eggplant foams.
Was that
And, like,
2007?
Yeah, probably 2007 or so. And like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like they look great. I think that, like I actually ended up with, that's what I should have got. Next live stream, I'm gonna pull out. I got eggplant big Nikes from that same era because I was like, I gotta try some of this weird eggplant stuff just to see it. All right, Dalton or Todd, what's good? You guys want to pick up?
Yeah, I'll go next.
You already reached for it.
Yeah, so Rockin, surprise, SB, the wheats from last year, super good quality, which is unusual for SBs as of late.
I'm jelly.
And the ugly shoe that we had for Theme Thursday. I don't have with me, but it was a pair of What the Pulse or What the P-Rods, whatever you want to call it, which I had to steal Nick's term from the recent podcast. If you take your sneakerhead blinders off, any mismatch or what the shoe is not an attractive shoe. They're cool looking, but they're not pretty or good looking.
Yep. So true. It's one of
It's a
those
good thing
things
you
where
got
like
3 pairs of those, Todd.
What's that?
I said it's a good thing you got 3 pairs of them then.
Don't remind me.
You know, my birthday's coming up in March. Just saying.
I mean, if you're a size 13, I'll take a pair off of you.
I only have 2 now.
Oh, nice. Offloaded one. Good job.
Yeah, I traded a pair for the blue Supremes that came out last year.
Oh, good trade. Good trade.
Wow.
that's a good
Very
one.
good trade.
How about you,
Well, they
Dalton?
were still worth a lot.
Yeah.
Good.
The other shoes I've rocked this week are upstairs, including what I rocked for Ugly Sneaker Week. But that was if anyone remembers the Nike Zoom Type, it was part of that short-lived and probably now defunct Nike N354 line. They did a special one with a Korean artist called Machio, and those things are really weird. It's a Zoom Type sole. It's got this weird, I don't even know how to describe it, just like puffy cloth upper. They're just really odd. But then the other day I wore these, which are just perfect. It's the
Those are gorgeous.
Pink Lemonade Air Max 1s that came out last year, or maybe really late 2020. I'm not
It
sure.
was last year. Yeah.
But these things went super cheap, and I 100% believe everyone who didn't get these for like $70 is going to regret it, because these things are fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Excellent shoe.
that's what I've been wearing lately.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I think it's kind of crazy too. That one's like the Air Max collectors were chase that shoe for years, right? The prices of those shoes before these retros came out was like, I mean, I don't even know if there were prices. You were just lucky if you could ever find a pair.
Yes, every Powerwall shoe, like.
Yeah, just wild. And then now when it comes out, it's like, I mean, I don't even know if like, I don't know if it's possible. I feel like I'm picking on Nike because I'm going to go back at like, how do you tell those stories? But like, how do you not tell those stories, right? How do you not make sure that people know that like, if you were in Nike Talk 10 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever it was, that was a shoe that people were like literally calling a grail for like a solid 4 or 5 years.
Word.
And now it's like forgotten. And I think I don't know if it would even necessarily work, but it seems like you would at least want to talk about how crazy it was in the community, in the sneaker community. Right.
But how many of those sneakers like that have we seen lately, especially from Nike? Like the shoes Dalton just showed, like were once considered a grail, and now they're going for well under retail. The Bacons came out. The Bacons came back, man.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it.
The Bacons came back, and nobody gave a shit. Like you could find. I got my pair for under retail. The Clots, Air Max Clot
that's what I was
came
gonna
back.
say.
Like Kiss of Death, like
we talked about it, Nick. Like those were legit grails. Like you saw somebody on the street, you had to stop them and be like, "Wow, your collection would be crazy."
And
like your collection would be
those
legit crazy.
It's nuts. Like
nobody wanted them. That's crazy.
I mean, I legit would have probably stopped someone if they were wearing any of the Power Walls or the DQMs, 10 years ago, and been like, "Can I just take a picture of those? Because I might not ever see these."
Right.
Yeah.
I can remember like a year ago, Matt MCD in the Discord rocked a pair of the Bacons, the original Bacons, and everybody flipped out because that's probably the first time anybody had seen those in 5, 6, 7 years, And like a year after that, they retroed, and like, I mean,
everybody got a pair.
Everybody got a pair. Everybody got a pair.
I got 2 pairs.
Right. Exactly. And now they're just kind of whatever. Like in it seems like in the mainstream sneaker space right now, which is so weird to me. That's just bizarre.
And I mean, the craziest thing is like a lot of these kids are who's collecting them now and stuff like that doesn't even know that like when you used to go to like DQM, they would hold on to pairs from the original release and then randomly put them out. So if you were lucky enough to walk in on this day, you were able to get them at retail and not have to pay the eBay prices that were going crazy during that time. So like.
Right.
that like the lore of that, like, because that's why I was going there every day. Like I was like, yo, you got the bacons out yet? They were like, nah, man, nah, it's not happening.
I think that's something that like Dalton and I talked about it on a previous episode of the podcast. I think that's like the cool, like the things that these collaborators get to do, and like thinking about those kind of things. Like, I mean, I would love to do that. Like if you had a shop and you had like even if it didn't sell out, right? Even if it wasn't like just like one and done collab and you didn't have any left. Like if you just had something 3, 4, 5 years later and you're like, yo, we did this back in the day. Like you can get them for retail in the store randomly.
Mhm.
That's like
that's the coolest
so
shit ever,
dope.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I one story I heard from my boy when I early in the collecting days, like he was like walking one day through Supreme in Fairfax, because he was out there in LA for a vacation, and he like walked into Supreme and he saw that the Supreme Blazers were there, and this is 5 years after the release of the Supreme Blazers.
Whoa.
He just walked in and they were like, oh, he's like, what size you got these? He's like, it's the only pair, it's his size, and he paid retail for them at Supreme.
Wow.
What? That's wild.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
That's buck wild, dude.
Yeah, that's an unreal story. You won't hear that these days.
Nah, definitely not.
No, definitely not.
Never.
Imagine walking into Concepts in like 2018 and it's like, yeah, we still have a pair of C notes. You want them?
Yeah,
going
yes.
going into Kith and being like, you got a pair of those salmon toes? You're like, which ones? Which ones you want? And be like, yeah, what?
You get
Yeah.
the 365.
Yeah. All right. So any of you guys cop anything in the last week or two?
Yeah, I got a stack of shoes right next to me. None of
All
it's
right.
new.
Do it up.
Let's do it.
Let's see him.
All right, so I'll go newest to oldest. So people who know me know I love the Air Max 97 Silver Bullets, one of my favorites. Never had the gold pair until just recently. Got these on eBay for $70 plus $10 shipping, and I was super happy about it. They've been worn a couple of times, but they're in
Now that you have
fantastic
both,
shape.
now that you have both, would you say gold or silver?
Probably still silver. That's the colorway. It's a little bit easier to wear a silver shoe than a gold shoe.
Yeah, they're both great though. Great
I'm
pickup.
so
man.
happy to have these. It's Air Max 97s are perfect. Do we want to like bounce back and forth so I'm not taking up all the time, or what? Like someone else want to go next, or
I'm good with however you guys want to do it. I didn't actually cop anything recently, so
Yeah, I haven't bought anything. I was gonna say, so I'm just gonna be here for the ride.
I mean, it's been. I could pull a couple things out, but it's been like about a month, so I don't know if that counts as a recent cop. But somebody else go, and I can grab some
I
stuff here.
mean, since I have them here, I might as well go with what I just said. Like, I got the Supreme Air Force Ones, but it's funny because does it count if it's a recent cop because I paid for them and picked them up when my boy bought them last year?
no,
For me?
you just got them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just got them. I literally just got them on Friday, last Friday. So I mean, the laces are going to be switched out, and I don't know if I was thinking about killing these just cause, but I also just started like I felt the leather. I'm like the leather on these Air Force Ones are totally different than what I've recently felt.
Yeah, but dirty ass Air Force Ones are in now, dude. So you got to cook them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then because I was like, I might as well. These are my last cop that I actually like bought. And they are the Sakai Cause. There you go. And a nice little purple.
That's a good colorway.
I like that colorway a lot.
I like
dude.
that color.
Yeah.
I still think that of this triple collab or whatever, the cause ones are the best so far, or at least the most representative of the third collaborator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at that shoe and you see cause. You know what I mean? More so than any of the other triple Sakai.
Do you guys have any of the other Sakai releases from previous?
Yeah. I have the undercover, the waffle runners.
Yeah.
I got those, but I got those because I have a pair. I have the Nike undercover jacket. I tried.
nice.
Yeah, so I
nice,
try to
nice.
like, but I didn't get the color I wanted because my jacket's red, and I ended up getting the yellow and black pair. But whatever. So I got.
It's
'em.
weird. Like I didn't like any of that Sakai stuff.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I'm honestly like, I just feel like it would just make me feel super awkward because I'm a little over 6 feet anyway, and then putting, anything more than like, I don't know. I don't want to be eye level with Todd. I feel good when Todd is like an inch above me, right? So if I'm wearing Sakai's, I'm like lifted up there to like, I'm experiencing new weather patterns and all that stuff. It's just not for me.
Not even
But
that
like
tall.
I will
then
say,
like in the last 2-3 weeks, maybe
Uh-huh.
I keep seeing those stupid green ones. I think that was the first release, maybe. Like
The orange and green.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like
That
checking
was
prices.
my favorite colorway. I think.
yeah,
About.
the Gatorade colorway is dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice.
So I will say I wasn't a fan of it, like the Sakai collab, until I wore a pair, and they are
Uh-oh.
the most comfortable shoes I have. So that's why I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep
Damn.
going. I'm gonna keep getting them.
That's a statement right there.
I gotta
Okay.
say, I kind of agree with you because I got the Vapor Waffles in the Sesame colorway, and I
Yeah.
was a little iffy at first, but seeing those in hand, first of all, crazy, and then wearing them, they add the extra 2 inches, so that's a little bonus.
Hey.
But they are comfortable as shit, dude. I gotta admit.
Yeah,
Like,
they're super comfortable.
super
If I
comfortable.
wear them, I'll be a whole 5'8".
There you go.
Who could
See,
use a
hey,
couple
I
extra
really
inches?
wanted those vapor waffles, but I don't need
Dude.
any extra height.
Nah, come on.
You don't want
I
to be
mean, your
6'8"
head's
now?
almost touching the ceiling in that cabin right now, Todd.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I wouldn't fit in here if I had.
Dude, Lakers could
Start
use a
ducking
point
under
guard. We're
doorways.
almost there.
Yeah.
I'd still be like 6 inches too short by NBA standards.
I mean, as long as you can pass the ball, because the ball's never coming out of Russ's hand. So
Yeah.
all right, Greg, let's see what you copped.
So my goal for this year has been to start exploring brands that I've never really paid attention to. So I'll show you guys this one. This is one of my favorite shoes that I picked up recently. This is the Diadora Magic Basket Mid. And y'all know me in the Discord. You know I'm a big fan of high top sneakers. And this shoe is just beautiful in my opinion.
those are really nice.
Nothing super fancy. The materials are really nice as far as I can tell. Quality is great. They feel awesome on foot. It's a really good wear. But this is the first pair of Diadoras I've ever owned. And I mean, got the gum sole. That's like the hack of all hacks for sneakers for me. Put a gum sole on it. I'm gonna buy it.
Agreed.
Not one strap, but two on the top, just for that extra support. And anytime you can pull a tongue out this high, I'm a big fan.
Oh yeah, that's a Greg look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Yep.
Super into it, man. Super duper dig it. And while I was on the Diadora site, I ended up picking up another pair. This is the S8000 and everybody's favorite color, brown, of sneakers. I know that there's some brown sneaker haters in the Discord, but again, like
Is that Travis Scott collab? It's brown.
yeah, it has to be, right? Has to be.
Yeah, Travis Scott invented the color brown, as we know.
I heard that they're not doing Travis Scott collabs anymore. I don't know.
Only
Somebody told me
released in
that.
Italy.
Is that a fact? Yeah. But yeah, again, like quality is just dynamite. The suede on this is, really nice, man. Again, very comfy. Super into it. Which leads me to, I guess, what I'm looking to cop. I'm eyeing a couple different things. One, I decided I really need a pair of Saucony Shadow 5000s.
Mm-hmm.
The what was it? The food fights that came out this last year. Just
That's
such a
6,000.
cool.
Yeah, that's the burger one.
Oh, is that
right?
a 6,000? Oh, it's a 6,000. Okay, my bad. So you know what? I'll take a 5,000 or a 6,000. So I've kind of been hunting for those. There's definitely pairs out there, but none of the GR colorways are really hitting me yet. But I'm going to keep looking for those. But if you all know Verse One in Discord, Barry Anchetta, the proprietor of Soulworks. Me and him go back and forth. Oh God, look at those! Yeah, those are so cool.
Super dope.
Man, awesome. But we go back and forth, sending each other just different shit we find on eBay every day. And we were talking about the Puma disc weapons the other day, and that is some maximum ankle support. If you guys have seen those, and I found a pair in my size on eBay, DS, free shipping for $89.99, and I just have not pulled the trigger yet. The colorway that's available is not my favorite. It's the black and white one, and the disc cage that's around the shoe looks like Nick is pulling it up here. Yeah,
Wow.
it's like
Wild.
So I love everything about that shoe except for the color of the. I guess I'm assuming it's some sort of plastic or rubber.
The
that's
cage?
The cage. Yeah, it's the color of like a waterproof Band-Aid, and it just grosses me out for the rest of the shoe. Everything else about it is perfect, but
That's classic gum right there.
I don't know if that's classic gum though. If it's not on the outsole, I don't know if it counts.
I think that's a good look. I like that yellow plastic look.
I think
You
it
do
looks
like
great.
it? Okay, maybe
Yeah.
maybe I'll do a live cop then. I don't know. Let me think about it for a minute. We'll see.
Mario in the chat said that we can dye that cage.
Oh, Mario. Okay,
Oh, there you go.
I'm
Then you got to
copping
buy them
now
right
then.
there. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, Mario, you got
Yeah.
me. All right. All right.
Sold.
Somebody else's turn.
All right.
Because I'm
Oh,
about
you
to
say you
make
got
a
a couple
shoe
more?
purchase.
Yeah, back to me. I've got some old pickups. People know I like weird old shoes. I like old forgotten collabs. So the next shoe I got was a very forgotten Atmos collab. It is a New Balance 996 in a rainbow color. It doesn't have a nickname or anything, but this thing is just wild. It's got a
That's
giant
crazy.
gold Atmos Dubray on it. It's got New Balance in like a graffiti font on it. It's got a huge houndstooth heel counter, these insane rainbow laces, and I'm just obsessed with this. This is like probably the last DS, whatever size this is in the world, and I'm just super happy to have it. It's insane. I really
Those
like
laces
stuff
are
like this.
crazy, man.
So whoever
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shoe.
whoever is at Atmos took mushrooms and designed that shoe. Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know if you can get mushrooms in Japan.
I mean, I think
Probably.
I've been as soon as you sent me those pictures before you bought them, I was like, asking about the insole because I couldn't find my pair, but I think like if I remember right, that shoe is like what 2007, 2008, long time ago.
2008.
And I remember seeing the pictures that you had. I probably wrote about it on Nice Kicks or Soul Collector or something. But the insole is different because it has like an actual like almost like a little bit of structure on the back heel, which is really weird for like old school New Balances. But I mean, that's like the craziest part about those shoes is that was if that happened in 2008, like just think of how, to your point, Dalton, I forget when we talked about it, but New Balance didn't even let people put branding on their shoes. Even the collabs couldn't have branding from brands back,
And
until probably about that point.
this is an example of it because the only Atmos branding on the shoe is on the insole and the Dubray, which is, from what I understand, all the insoles that have branding on it from collabs before, I think, 2011 or 12 maybe, the stores had to actually install the insoles in store whenever they sold them. And the Dubrays didn't come on the shoe either. I had to put those on myself because why wouldn't I? It's a giant gold Atmos
That's
Dubray.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do that.
It's a great
So
cop.
yeah, New Balance was really weird about that. And then the other shoe I got, which is one of my very favorite shoes, I've been looking for it forever, all the way back to 2001, the HTM Nike Air Woven. This
My
is
God.
a brand new pair from 2001. Same colorway Bill Murray wore in Lost in Translation, which is my favorite movie. And I'm just super happy to have this. These all individually numbered. I don't know what number I got. I haven't looked. Because these things, if I wore these, they would just fall apart immediately. But it's just an absolutely perfect shoe. I love the air woven. It's so cool. Such a great design. It's really timeless. And I think it's actually the first purely lifestyle shoe Nike made, unless you want to count the Night Track, which Nike seems to forget about.
Yeah. Also, I don't know why maybe it never came up, but it makes so much sense that your favorite movie is Lost in Translation. Also, great knowledge
1000%.
with the
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Hiroshi Fujiwara, an extra in that movie.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the
So
only thing he's famous for.
I just pulled these off the shelf. Let me switch this up real quick. This is the New Balance. This is a Concepts collab from 2007. So this is like what collabs look like before New Balance allowed any branding. So there's nothing on this that says New Concepts at all. This is Concepts' first collab, actually. And like
Their first collab in general, or their first
also,
New Balance?
I know it's their first with New Balance. It might be their first in general, but I just always thought it was funny that collab was spelled COLAB on these.
I mean, it
Yeah.
makes sense because like early Nike days, it was just colorways, right? They collabed with somebody,
Yeah.
and you get colorways, and then you get, oh, this is actually the Futura colorway. You know, like
Yep.
I feel like it's always just like, oh, we're gonna test the waters, and if it does well, you guys are able to sell this much. But now it's just like, yo, we're working with blah blah blah, and then that's what it is now. So the
And for
evolution
anyone-
of collabs.
For anyone curious, I have number 953 of 1500.
Ah, nice.
Oh, nice.
So
Wow.
it's
I was
only,
really
it's
hoping
only
for
labeled
number-
on one shoe.
Really hoping for number one, but
Yeah, you probably need like a size 4 for that.
yeah. Guys, quick update. I did
You bought them?
cop those weapons.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
Live
Live
cop.
cop.
Live cop.
So this is a
Mario, I'm gonna hit you up.
a fair warning, forewarning. If you join the sneaker history community or join the Patreon or end up in the Discord in any way, shape, or form, you will spend more money on shoes, fitteds, hoodies,
Everything.
This
t-shirts,
hoodie is because Nick.
M&Ms. Yeah,
This hoodie
He
is
sent me
exactly Pete.
this, the
my
link to
hoodie
this
is because of Pete. I mean, I've bought fitteds of teams that I don't even know because Dalton pointed them out to me, and
Shout out to the
you know,
Rocket City
just-
Trash
it's-
Pandas.
it's a part of the
Yeah,
joy.
right.
Trash pandas.
Yeah. Oh, the trash pandas. What an epic night that was. Oh.
I was gonna share this because I always think this is so cool. Like, so this, I mean, this box is beat over the years, but 15 years worth of the box. But this was a cool little like insert thing. So this is like the same kind of suede-ish material that's on the shoe, but inserted into the New Balance box.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
just-
seen that before. That's sweet.
Yeah, I've never seen that before either, but definitely something I thought was cool. I mean,
It gave me Fight Club vibes.
yeah,
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of early collabs, you guys reminded me of something. Do you guys know off the top of your head what the first Nike collab with a sportswear brand is?
Sportswear brand.
Any sort of clothing brand, outside brand other than Nike?
Is it New York?
Stussy.
no, I think it's Comme des Garçons.
It is not Susie. It is indeed Comme des Garçons. And do you know what
Oh.
on what shoe?
It's something weird, and I can't remember it.
1999, the Zoom Haven,
The Zoom
Wow.
Haven, yeah.
All right,
Wow.
man.
which
That's
is
a
a shoe
trivia
that
question, Dalton. That's a trivia question.
Yeah,
never
for
been
real.
properly retro. They only brought it back once, and it has a clock collab, and it had an Air Max 97 sole.
Wow. This man. Look at
That's a good looking shoe though. That cloud
I'm-
one.
Yeah, the original Zoom Haven is weird. It's like something H.R. Geiger would design, I think.
nice. Lots
See
of
if I can pull this
penises.
up real quick.
Not quite that. It looks. It reminds me of like the spinal structure of an alien, a xenomorph.
Ah, excellent.
The
Excellent.
Haven does. Good luck finding a picture of the CDG ones. That's
Yeah, all of it's
I got
all of it's terrible.
I
Yeah.
got him.
But-
I mean, it's
Like these
cracked.
guys,
Yeah,
right?
that one. That was cracked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Junior
Those are
Watanabe.
incredible.
I mean, just think people don't know what they're looking at, but that was sold on Grailed for $70. And any of us on this call
Oh,
would
God.
easily pay $70 for
Yeah,
that
I would
shoe.
easily be like, let me
Yeah.
get that real quick.
Even if I could never wear it.
Yeah, just
Go ahead.
incredible.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, this is actually a shoe that I don't really understand why it kind of fell like so people just did not get into the Clot Haven 97 kind of hybrid.
Mhm.
But I'm not sharing this. Hang on one sec. Got the
I've
wrong
almost pulled the
screen
trigger
going.
on those a couple of times and then just
Yeah,
never
me
did
too,
for whatever
man.
reason. The white and gold pair was super clean.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, I think this will probably be something that I actually pick up at some point because, it's just a good looking
Yeah, that's
like
clean.
runner. I mean, I think the materials were kind of unique too. Like, I'm pretty sure this gray section on the yellow pair, or the red part on the toe, is like a suede, like soft material, which is interesting because it's like it contrasts so much with like that crazy like almost like open mesh
Yeah.
that's on there.
Yeah.
But like
That
that's
white pair is real nice.
that's a good looking shoe. I mean,
Wow.
to Greg's point, like
Yeah.
the gum sole, like on any kind of simple shoe, to me, just it just makes it almost like an instant winner.
Yeah.
But
Beautiful.
yeah,
I do have beef with that shoe because it clogs up eBay search results on original Zoom Havens, and I've been wanting a pair of those for years. And
Yep.
it's almost nothing but that clot one. It's like, come on.
yeah, that actually might be a good topic for another time. But I actually think that Nike names things based on search results. Like, I think that they intentionally choose things that they know they can kind of take advantage of the competition, let's say, and also like kind of erase some of their maybe less popular things. Because like the Zoom Haven is like, that's like the back alleys of Nike Talk popularity, right? Like, most people didn't care about that shoe until years after it came out.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, it was an important shoe for some reason or another. Now I need to care about it. And
that's a sneaker where people that are really into like Footscape wovens look at that one and like, I'm not sure about the styling on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Whatever gets chode out of the SEO, right?
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
Oh,
Man. All right. So any more pickups before we switch it up and talk a little giveaway stuff?
I had one, but as you can see, I'm in a cabin right now, and I think it's getting delivered tomorrow. But the Jordan 3 camo patchwork.
Yeah, I wanted
Oh,
that.
nice.
Oh, nice, dude.
Picked that up for, well, I guess technically under retail on eBay, but after
Nice.
like shipping, it was basically retail.
That counts.
But
As
I feel like
under
that shoe
retail
was super slept on, and in a few years, like everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that shoe's so good," and I'm just happy to pick it up now.
I mean, I've seen pictures with the orange laces on it. I'm like, does he look like exactly like Undefeated's? Like, it's so crazy.
That's exactly why I bought it, because like that's probably one of the grail amongst grails is the Undefeated Force, and I was just like, it kind of gives me those vibes. So
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
What's Todd? You should tell us about that. I think it was what you wore today, if I remember correctly, in the Discord. Another recent pickup that you've had.
No, I showed what I wore today was the wheat SBs.
Oh no, I'm okay. What was the other SB that you picked up recently? I'm misremembering.
I haven't picked up any ASBs lately.
I can't remember the name of the shoe. It's out of my brain right now. Well, I just derailed everything.
You picked up the Eshod Wear, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I was talking about. Sorry, guys.
The new Eshod Wear signature shoes in the apparently it's a pool table colorway. I didn't know that until a couple of days ago.
That makes sense.
So, it's themed after his own red pool table.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, those were really good looking, man. Yeah, and you said you enjoyed those, so yeah.
Do we know?
I'm really digging the it's got a React insole, which is
Right.
I'm a big fan of Boost insoles, so I'm liking
Very
it
nice.
so far.
Very nice.
I really like that brown pair because it reminds me of the Bison Dunks, which I've been really looking at
Yeah.
lately. Thinking about getting a pair. I know it won't fill the same void, but just having the same look as it is super cool. And I don't know for sure if that's the inspiration to that colorway, but I don't know what else would be. Like a mostly brown shoe with a big hit of red on a Nike SB shoe, like.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what the inspiration on it is, but I do want a pair. Like ever since I saw the signature pair, I'm always a big fan of like SB taking those chances on newer skaters too. Well, I mean, he's pretty much he's winning a lot, so you might as well, right? So I think it's like I got the Janoskis when those were dropping. Like I got all floral pack. I got the whole floral pack.
Oh, nice.
One of my grails is the Wino pair. I haven't been able to get that pair, but
Dude, I think you can get those cheap these days. Janoski's dropped off huge.
I've tried. I've been looking every year for the past like 5 years.
What size do you need? A 13?
13, yeah.
All right, I'll keep a lookout.
All right,
I almost bought a pair in my size.
We'll put the Discord on it.
Yeah.
I put so the first thing that I really want right now is a pair of Stash Spiridons. Like I've been dying for a pair for a while.
Man. We can't talk about those. I'm still salty. So get this. I didn't get them when they came out, right? Because I'm like, nobody's buying them. I'll wait till they hit the outlets. They were at like, I don't know, $70, $80, and I was like, they're gonna go 20. I was cheap. They're gonna go $20 cheaper, right? A buddy of mine goes to the outlets, ends up getting like a handful of pairs, like buys basically pairs for everybody that he knows for like 40, 45 a pair or something like that. And I'm like, yes, score. Gets home and the size 13 is actually a size 13 and like a size 10 and a half. So one pair that was for me was not there. And of course, since then, you know, like that shoe's gone up. It's harder to find.
$150 probably.
It's actually, it's
not that bad.
It's not crazy, but it's one of those shoes where like I'm so pissed that I just didn't get it for that cheap price. That I feel like butthurt that I just won't pay $150 for it, even though I absolutely want that shoe.
Yeah, so I'm in the same ballpark, right? Like I went to the Nike outlet here by me, and they had them there, and I had it in my hand. I just didn't have the money for it, right? So I had to put them back. It was either I didn't have the money for them, or I was just like, I'll just come back and get them, or something like that, right? It was one of those situations. And so I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna come back. I go back, haven't been able to find a pair since then, right? And then the pairs that do come up on like Go and all like over $150. I'm like, I refuse to pay $100. Like it has to be under $100. That's what I put in the Discord. I'm not paying. I refuse to pay $100. Like it needs to be under that. So that's what I've been doing.
I bet you can get them for that, man.
Yeah, I'm trying. I've been trying.
We can find you a pair.
But yeah, so the Wino Janoskis is also on. That's a pair. But the eye shots are like so dope, especially as a brand new model. I wasn't a big fan of the Costins when they came out, but I get like, you know, it had that like Zoom, the Zoom Airs look to it, and I wasn't a big fan of the Zoom Airs because of that mesh in the front, like where it was just straight up just meshy. And I was just like, okay, but the eye shots look like sleek, and you can just like rock them out. They're like very inconspicuous. If you know, and I'm a big fan of that when it's just like everyday shoes.
Yep. All right, so I might have asked this in the Discord already, but I gotta ask since we're talking about SBs and kind of off kilter SB stuff. This Nike Force 58 shoe is like $75, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I asked you, Todd, if you had checked him out in person, but like I think this shoe is nice looking. It looks like a Jordan 1, but like, you know, like a poor man's Jordan 1, but it's like canvas, suede.
Jordan 1 low takedown, yeah.
Yeah, just like
it's a nice looking shoe.
It looks kind of plush too. Like
yeah,
I like that.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna be the only one to disagree. They remind me of 6.0s, and I don't like them.
Yeah,
I love me some 6.0s.
Yo, 6.0s are going to make a comeback at some point, dude. That's going to be the next SB craze, and
I
people
hope
are going to
Oh
be
my
clamoring
God.
after 6.0s.
everybody's going to lining up at Journeys.
They're gonna
Yes.
start retroing 6.0 dunks, dude. That's gonna be crazy.
6.0s and Roshi runs next comeback.
Oh,
my
hold on.
God.
Hold on now. I'm here for that. I'm here for the Roshi run.
We're all here for that, baby.
Come on.
Y'all are friends
But
with
yeah,
the Rochis?
Hell
That-
yeah.
that-
Oh hell yeah, dude!
I guess me and Nick aren't.
No, me either.
Dude, the
I
Roshi run
working
was
at-
a moment. That was
I
such an
still got a
awesome
pair
time.
right
in
here,
sports,
baby.
dude.
It should stay a moment.
Perfect
Yeah,
summer
it
shoe,
should.
man.
Those
Greg
should not
still got
have
a
the
pair.
retro.
No, man.
I was
I
working
mean,
at-
I also think like size 13 just didn't quite look right
Yeah.
with the Roshi.
You look like an elf with them on.
Yeah.
I worked at Finish Line whenever the Roshi came out, which was like mid 2012, I think, maybe early 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember starting to hear about it like right as soon as I started. And then whenever we finally got them in, we sold through them in like a day. And I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, what's with this ugly ass shoe that's just made of this thin mesh that looks like crap? What is that doing selling out? And then it didn't stop for 3 years.
Good.
Yep.
So I actually think we're about on the verge of one of those like Roshi moments again, right? Because think about like what the consumer is going through. Back then, Jordans were selling out pretty regularly. The resale market was pretty hot for Jordans, and like everybody wanted them. And then it was like, oh shit, I can buy a comfortable shoe for $70 and it comes in cool colors. Oh, there's a Yeezy, a quote Yeezy color.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
right.
We're
To be
at that
fair,
point right
everything
now,
around
right?
that era was getting the easy colorway. Like it was either getting the solar black and the white.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of pairs like the Foam Pro was.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that was crazy.
The Air Max
Going back to crazy
one.
Composite releases.
Yeah,
Air Max 1 had it. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Shout
But
out
I
to the
feel like
Northern Lights
we're on the
Premier
verge of
Dunks.
that again, right?
Definitely.
Whatever
Maybe
gets
not the
people away from
Roshi run,
dunks.
but I mean, there's
That
probably
like
gonna be
$70
something.
I don't want to spend
Speaking into
resale.
existence, AJ, we need it to come back, baby.
The Roshi
Listen,
run was
bro,
also
bring it
directly
back.
responsible for the Yeezy 350 because Kanye said, "I miss wearing Roshis. We need to make a replacement for it, and that's why the 350 exists."
Yep.
It takes
Right,
that
right.
same design inspiration and puts it on a shoe that looks like it's made of burlap instead of crappy mesh.
Well, he just posted a Jumpman today, so maybe he's coming back to the swoosh. Who knows?
Not a chance. He's just ruffling feathers.
I know.
Yeah, that was all a goof. Maybe even a gaff.
Doesn't he have an album? Doesn't he have an album coming out? Isn't this kind of standard for Kanye now?
Yeah, down to 2.
He always does.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Wait,
sorry.
Donda
yeah.
2 is coming out? No way.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
first
Yeah.
one wasn't long enough.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and then Donda
only like
Deluxe,
24
which is
tracks.
like 2 hours basically. Not actually.
God.
So wait,
Exaggerating,
does
but it's
Donda
long as
1
shit.
or Donda 2 have all the leftover songs on it? Because it kind
No,
of
it's
sounded
gonna
to
be-
me like Donda
he's gonna-
1 had
he's gonna-
the leftovers.
He's gonna rent out a whole new other stadium again. He's gonna
Okay,
do Donda
okay.
It's
2.
gonna go live in it.
Yeah,
All right.
He's still not going to pay any of the choir singers.
Oh, good. Oh, boy.
They
This
do
one's
it
gonna
for-
be all P Davidson disses. So
Yeah,
Nice. Oh, my God.
Oh man.
Killed it.
All right, guys.
Pete
That's
Davidson
a
one.
that's a good spot to start to wrap. But I'm gonna ask Greg because he's been running the show with these giveaways and all this stuff that we've been working on for the community.
Yeah.
So people got like what, a week to get in
Yes.
Patreon for the giveaways,
Yes.
and like we're kind of following through on last year's like giveaways. This is kind of our end of year wrap, so we've got a
Right.
ton of cool shit to give away. But
Yes. So this is technically our 2021 end of year giveaway a month later, if you will. But you know what? It takes time to put these things together. So I'm going to list off some of the prizes that we got going here. So we're going to have I guess you could call it the top prize is going to be a $500 gift card to your marketplace of choice, whether it's StockX, Goat, eBay, Nike, Reebok, Adidas, whatever you want. We're going to give away $500 for that. We're giving away a $100 gift card to Reebok, $100 gift card to Nike. We're going to be giving away the Sneaker Freaker Ultimate Sneaker Book. We're going to give away a Sneaker History hoodie. We've got some generous donations from the community. Our man Mario is going to be doing a full custom or full restoration of a sneaker for the winner of that one. It's going to be huge. I mean, this guy does absolutely incredible work. If you don't know Mario, follow him. Mario Restores on IG.
2 R's in Mario.
Yes, thank you,
Very
AJ.
important.
2 R's in Mario. Good job. We're going to have some Guilty Goods gear from our man Pete.
Yeah, this was not planned either.
We did not plan this, straight up. It's no lie. From our man Todd here on the call. He does some beautiful tie-dye work with Inco. Todd, what's your IG for that?
Inco_die.
Inco_die. Check them out. Really fantastic stuff there. Our man Varian Kicks with V in the Discord. He's going to be giving away a 3-pack of hot sauce plus a jar of hot honey, which if you guys haven't tried that shit, it is bomb as hell.
It's so good.
Yo, this week, my amazing girlfriend made us some salmon glazed with that hot honey. It was absolutely incredible. Stuff is awesome. One of our guys, Chris One in the Discord. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Chris One. He's going to be giving away some of his merch. Our man, Verse One, aka the Come Out King, Barry Anchetta, the proprietor of Soulworks, is going to be giving away a couple cleanings. And our man Ian, that materials guy in the Discord, who is an incredible artist, the man responsible for the new Sneaker History logo. If you guys haven't peeped that yet, super cool shit. He did. I'll try to pull this down here so you guys can see. He did a drawing of my favorite sneaker of all time. I had it printed on canvas.
Wow.
That's
Air
beautiful.
Demand Force.
So good.
Like, just so
That's
dope,
awesome.
man. This guy does incredible work. He's going to be giving away a custom illustration. And I'm sure I missed a couple of things in here, but it's going to be a super, super fun giveaway. And that is going to be taking place next Saturday. So if you want to get into that, join the Discord, join the Patreon. We'll be giving it away on the community call next week, which will be taking place at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is be in the Discord. You can hop on the call. It's a great time. It's essentially like this, but with like 12 other dudes in it, hopping in and out. It's a great time. We just talk kicks, talk life, talk whatever, have some drinks, have some fun. It's awesome. Yeah. So please join up. You won't be disappointed, man. This is the best community in the sneaker space today.
It's basically like a group therapy session for people that spend way too much on sneakers.
1 billion% correct. Yes.
Or just enabling me addiction.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of that too.
It's either the consolation of not getting something, or like, oh, you're still butthurt. Dalton's on eBay. Here's something for you to buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, well, this is super dope, guys. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Hopefully, we can get some more folks from the community to hop in once in a while too and mix it up a little bit. But I had a blast. I want to make sure that you guys can tell everybody how to connect with you if you want to too.
Yeah, sure. My Instagram is sneaker_Sam. Go follow me. I mostly put brutalist architecture photos on my story and occasionally pictures of my cat. She's pretty. Someone else. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go. I am Who is Haas on all social medias. You can also follow my podcast, My First Kicks Pod. And then if you have any sneaker stories, I've been trying to get more people to write in. Tell us your first kicks at you just email us your first kick story at myfirstkicks@gmail.com. No, myfirstkickspod@gmail.com. Everything's My First Kicks Pod, right? Check it out. Yeah. Every Friday.
It's a really cool idea for a podcast.
It is.
Thank you.
It is great. Yep.
You could find me on Instagram at Goober Deluxe. I'm also on Twitter. Don't go there. That's a warning. Don't go there. But IG, that's fair game. It's all just sneaker pics. Sometimes it's car pics that I take. But follow me. Don't follow me. It's cool.
Greg, to you.
Yeah, I'm
No, go to
T
Todd.
Easy. T Easy on Instagram, and check out Inco Die at Inco_Die on Instagram.
All right, I'm on Instagram, but you can't find me. I haven't posted since 2003. Fuck social media. You want to hit me up? Join the Discord. Over to you, Nick.
2003.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
man.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it is kind of
IG
funny because
Super
I
Alpha.
always tag Greg in his posts that he posts on the Discord, but then if somebody clicks on the tag on Instagram,
It's
they're
not there.
like, wait, this guy hasn't posted since 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But no, we appreciate all of you rocking with us. Make sure you're following at Sneaker History on all the platforms. If you're not already, you can catch me at Nick Ingval on all the platforms. But hop into the Discord. There's a lot of amazing people in there supporting each other in good ways and bad ways, of course. But yeah, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you guys, and catch you all on the next one. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Love.
Wear your kicks.